Thank you, William. And thank you all very much for allowing me to address you today at your annual meeting.
Buckingham is ablaze again with royal drama, with Prince William at the center. The Prince of Wales has made an unexpected move, reportedly stunned King Charles, and drove Queen Camilla to tears. While details remain closely guarded, insiders say William's decision has shaken the very core of the monarchy. It's not just a family matter, it's a national stir. The palace is reeling, and questions are swirling across Britain. What could have pushed the future king to such a shocking stand? Stay with us to uncover the truth. The atmosphere was calm, and everyone eagerly awaited the usual royal proceedings. Everyone was seated. However, what they never expected was about to happen. Prince William, the beloved Prince of Wales, asked permission to give a solo address that day. To outsiders, there was nothing bad. However, royal insiders made us realize there is a lot to this. The prince's actions shocked King Charles and Queen Camilla. His request for a solo address was shocking. And guess who got scared the most? Camilla. Well, her worst fears were yet to come. After the prince gave his speech, there were rumors that Camilla had collapsed, and everyone was shocked, especially King Charles. What did William say? The prince shared a desire for a new era in his solo address. He prepared the people's hearts for the future monarchy, which would be the opposite of Charles's. Though William did not state this fact outrightly, his facial expressions said more. There are also further speculations that during his solo address, Prince William mentioned a few names like Princess Anne, Prince Edward, and Catherine, leaving out Camilla's name. This added to the Queen's nervousness. Was this William's way of telling the Queen to prepare for war? According to RadarOnline.com, William is actively envisioning a reign that breaks from tradition, especially the rituals and image management that many feel have lost touch with modern Britain. Many of William's allies once shared that William would change the course of the monarchy, and his reign would differ from his father's. Prince William's close friend also shared with RadarOnline.com, he has been thinking a lot about how things will evolve. When the moment comes, he'll want to do it his way, genuinely, not just following a script. Also, another source shared, he is not afraid to dig into the details, ask the tough questions, and figure out what works today. He wants to ensure the whole thing has even more impact and remains relevant. From a royal insider, William wants to take a more hands-on approach with his leadership. Everyone can see this. There were also speculations that Prince William had hinted at creating a modern advisory council that would help in the future monarchy, and Camilla was not included in the council. Camilla's bodily reactions were rumored to have been shaky before she collapsed after Prince William's speech. Knowing fully well that William may step into the regency role sooner than expected, fear gripped. After Camilla's sudden collapse, there were mixed reactions from the public. While many people, just a few, were scared and concerned, the rest were glad that Prince William was gradually taking charge of the monarchy and letting Camilla know her place. According to different polls, Queen Camilla has earned a reasonable amount of hate from the British. What could have led to this? Perhaps a dive into the rise of the Queen to the throne will give us the answers. Let's go. The rise and fall of Queen Camilla.
Queen Camilla will be crowned.
One of the things that earned Camilla the hatred of the people can be connected to her background. Despite not being from a royal background, she was lucky to end up as the queen. The Britons would have loved and welcomed her. However, Camilla seems to have forgotten her background and didn't act with the love and compassion they expected. Well, let's explore her background a little. Camilla was born at the King's College Hospital on July 17, 1914-7. Her parents were Major Bruce Shand and Rosalind. Her father was a British Army officer who later became a businessman. Camilla has a younger sister, Annabelle Elliott, and a younger brother, Mark Shand. Camilla's only connection to the royal house before her marriage was that one of her maternal great-grandmothers, Alice Keppel, was a mistress of King Edward VII. Her mother was only a charity worker. During the 1960s and 1970s, her mother volunteered to work at the Chaley Heritage Foundation. The foundation was established to help young children with disabilities, and it was near the Sussex home. However, this was one of those ways Camilla got exposed to the royal lifestyle from afar. On the other hand, her father had various business interests after retiring from the army. For instance, he was a partner in Block, Gray & Block, a firm of wine merchants in South Audley Street, Mayfair. After this, he joined Ellis and Vidler of Hastings and London. This was the life Camilla grew up in, a life of business and hard work. She was baptized at St. Peter's Church, Firle, East Sussex, on November 1, 1947. While growing up, Camilla was exposed to an educated environment. And for this reason, she became an avid reader through the influence of her father. During his free days, Bruce read to her frequently. Also, Camilla grew up with cats and dogs, and at a very young age, she learned how to ride. As a young girl, Camilla joined pony club camps and won rosettes at community gymkhanas. Whenever Camilla talks about her childhood, she says it was perfect. Later, biographer Giles Brandreth describes her background and childhood. According to Giles, Camilla had an Enid Blyton sort of childhood. The biographer further described that her childhood was grander than that. Also, when she was still young, she had some personality traits of George. She acted as the tomboy among the famous five. How hilarious! At one point, Camilla, having an Enid Blyton kind of childhood, was challenged. Why? Enid Blyton's children were from the middle class. However, that was not true for Camilla. She was clearly from the upper class. Records reveal that the Shands had a position and helpers in the house. They were the gentry. And they opened their garden for the local Conservative Party association, Summer Fete. When Camilla turned 5, she was sent to Dumbrells, a co-educational school in Ditchling Village. She attended Queen's Gate School near her London home when she was 10. Then, at Queen's Gate, her classmates knew her as Mila. Her teachers shared that she was bright and lovely. She frequently attended equestrian activities and was passionate about painting, fishing, horticulture, and gardening. Though Camilla made a good student, what nobody expected was that she would make a bad wife. Apart from that, when it comes to marital choices, Camilla was poor at that, which was reflected in her first marriage before she married King Charles. Let's explore. Before she met Charles, Camilla had once been married. In the late 1960s, Camilla met Parker Bowles, who was then a guards officer. Parker worked for Camilla's father's wine firm in Mayfair when they were introduced. A little spark of romance started between the two. However, it was not so serious. After an on and off relationship for years, the two of them later decided to get engaged. And they announced their engagement in the Times in 1973. According to Sally Bedell Smith, the announcement was made without their parents' knowledge. Later, on July 4, 1973, they married in a Catholic ceremony at the Guards Chapel, Wellington Barracks in London. When they married, Camilla was just 25 years old, while Parker was 33. The couple made their home in Wiltshire, purchasing Bolehide Manor in Allington, and later Middlewick House in Corsham. Their marriage produced 2 children, Tom and Laura. Tom later became a godson of King Charles III. After the birth of their children, their kids were brought up in their father's Catholic faith. But, for Camilla, she remained an Anglican and did not convert to Catholicism. Their marriage soon started experiencing a lot of challenges, and after 21 years of marriage, the couple issued divorce proceedings because they had been living separately for years. Later that year, Camilla's mother died from osteoporosis. According to her father, her mother's death affected her. However, this did not stop her from following through with the divorce. Their petition was heard and granted in January 1995 at the High Court Family Division in London. Later, the divorce was finalized on March 3, 1995. After Camilla's divorce, what no one expected was for her to jump into a relationship so quickly. According to reports, she met Prince Charles in the mid-1971. This happened exactly a year after she ended her relationship with Parker. Also, there were claims that Parker started courting Princess Anne after their divorce. Many believed Queen Camilla may have decided to move closer to Charles out of jealousy and anger for Parker. No one knows if there is any truth in this. However, with Camilla, you can expect the worst. Also, looking at Princess Anne's destructive relationship with Camilla, there may be truth. Now, back to Camilla and Charles. Camilla and Charles had the same social circle and often attended the same events. However, for a long time, they never met. Many reports stated that the two met at a polo match, but Giles Brandreth debunked these claims. According to Giles, their first meeting was not at the polo match. Their first meeting happened at the home of their friend Lucia Santa Cruz, who had formally introduced them together. After this, they became close friends and eventually started a romantic relationship. Everyone within their social circles knew their relationship. As a couple, they regularly met at polo matches at Smith's Lawn in Windsor Great Park, where Charles often played polo. They also became part of a set at Annabelle's in Berkeley Square. Gradually, their relationship strengthened, and Charles decided to meet Camilla's parents and introduce her to some family members. However, the royal family did not welcome or accept her. Their relationship was put on hold in the early 1970s after Charles traveled overseas and later ended. Different comments pop up whenever the subject of their failed relationships is raised. According to Robert Lacey in his book, 2008, Royal, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, their relationship ended because Charles had met Camilla too early. The book also shared further details that when Charles left for the army, he did not ask Camilla to wait for him. On the other hand, Sarah Bradford wrote in her 2007 book, Diana, that a member of the close circle of his great-uncle Lord Mountbatten claimed Mountbatten had arranged for Charles to be taken overseas. Why? He disapproved of Camilla and wanted to establish an engagement between Charles and Amanda Knatchbull. Other sources shared that the Queen Mother never approved of Camilla. Royal biographers also attested that he wouldn't have been allowed if Charles had asked for permission to marry Camilla. Second Countess Mountbatten of Burma also revealed that some palace courtiers at the time deemed Camilla unsuitable as a prospective consort. She stated, "With hindsight, you can say that Charles should have married Camilla when he first had the chance. They were ideally suited, we know that now, but it wasn't possible." It wouldn't have been possible, not then. After their breakup, the two remained friends. But things soon got emotional between them when the Provisional Irish Republican Army assassinated Lord Mountbatten. His death broke Charles, and he turned to Camilla for solace. During that period, rumors about the two rekindling their love started circulating among their close friends and in the polo playing communities. A source once confirmed and told Parker it was true. Despite all the rumors, Camilla and Charles refused to admit it and claimed they were only friends and nothing more. Things soon changed when Charles got married to Princess Diana. However, their marriage did not last long because of Charles's affair. Diana tried to be quiet, and she was a model princess to the people of Britain. Everyone loved her, and they wanted her to remain their princess for a very long time. However, this did not end up happening. Diana and Charles's marriage suffered, and after Queen Elizabeth attempted to see that the two reunite, she decided to get them divorced. Nobody wanted this. Not long after their divorce, Princess Diana died in an accident after paparazzi chased her. This was both tragic and devastating for the royal house and Britain. But King Charles did the unexpected. He brought Camilla back into the picture. The affair became public knowledge in the press a decade later, with the publication of Diana, Her True Story in 1992, followed by the Tampon Gate, also known as Camilla Gade tape scandal, 1993, when an intimate telephone conversation between Parker Bowles and Charles was secretly recorded, and the transcripts were published in the tabloid press. Camilla was seen as the other woman who destroyed the happy married life of Princess Diana, and no one is ready to accept such a woman as the queen. Not only did the affair destroy Camilla's image, but it also ruined Charles's image, and many people saw him as a king they could never trust to make the right decisions. Despite Charles's attempts to prove their innocence, no one believed him. There were also speculations that their affair may have started after Camilla's marriage to Parker. What? After Prince William made the speech and Queen Camilla collapsed, many believed that her collapse could have been more of a flashback of her past deeds. Seeing the power she once held dear, stripped of her sure affected her sanity. For Camilla, getting the throne meant doing everything. Now, she's about to lose everything. After Camilla's collapse, there was silence. No public engagements. And nothing. Could this be the end of Queen Camilla? The king without a command.
I speak to you today with feelings of profound sorrow.
King Charles, often regarded as a king without a command, was more threatened by Prince William's move. From the prince's few words, King Charles could see that William would take a different path when he became the king. Before the address, though united by blood, William and Charles were not united in ideas. They believed differently in what the monarchy was all about. For instance, on one occasion, William and Princess Kate decided to skip a private Easter celebration with the rest of the royals. This was welcomed with eyebrows, and many reports suggested that the king had defied his son's wishes by inviting his scandal-plagued brother Prince Andrew. William hated this, and he was known for his belief that the royals must also be held accountable always. However, this was not the same for King Charles. He had other beliefs. Following this incident, Meghan Markle's continued use of the HRH title caused a fuss again. That woman is trouble. The Daily Beast reported that an enraged William would surely stop such insolence when he was king. And it was clear to everyone that Charles had lost control over the royal family's affairs. Orders were not kept, and laws were broken. When the king was diagnosed with cancer, things got worse and scarier for him. Why? With his failing health, William had to step up and handle many royal duties. The people loved William, and it was clear that they accepted his leadership over Charles 1,000,000 times. According to former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond, William's voice and influence have become louder and more pronounced in recent years. This he shared exclusively with In Touch. He added, "He is now very much the king in waiting, and his views of how the monarchy should adapt and evolve are being listened to." While some royal insiders insisted that Charles and William only have opposing opinions on how to handle matters, others claimed that the royal rift is much deeper than that. Omid Scobie wrote in his 2023 book Endgame that the brewing power struggle between the favored prince and the unpopular king is Shakespearean, a familial tug-of-war waged both on stage and off that has the potential to unravel the monarchical tapestry. Apart from the differences in opinions on managing royal matters, their ideas about managing wayward royals are at the heart of the conflict. Bond tells In Touch, "I believe William was a significant voice in how Prince Harry and Meghan should be treated and how his uncle Andrew should be dealt with." He added that William may be more forgiving on both counts. Also, the father and son disagree on matters related to the Sussexes. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams agrees that William's approach to Harry has hardened considerably after the way the Sussexes have attacked the royal family. He added that Charles has a certain empathy for Harry, which William does not share. Charles has even reportedly sided with Andrew over William in the past. In Endgame, Scobie suggested that William was irked by how Charles and Andrew manipulated Queen Elizabeth II into firing a trusted aide back in 2017, removing the one person who many courtiers believed could have handled Megxit in 2020 without destroying the family. It may be that the king regrets that decision in hindsight, agrees Fitzwilliams. Scobie also alleged that King Charles, jealous of Harry's popularity with the media and William's preferred status in the firm, has been known to turn a blind eye while aides leak details about his sons to the press, and the tussle for the spotlight has only heightened since Charles became king. From the look of things, Charles knew he was at the cliff's edge and about to lose his authority very soon. Harry also made similar claims in Spare. He pointed out that the scandals stirred up by the headlines detract from the real story. In 2023, he once told Business Insider, "I've noticed this growing divide between Charles and William." Many have rumored that Charles and William's goals never aligned. Fitzwilliams confirmed this by telling, "In Touch, their style is different, so are their ages. William will want a changed monarchy that appeals in the future differently." Also, according to Bind, William is already said to be more diplomatic and informal compared to his father. He is not concerned about maintaining a public image or looking perfect to others. This was probably one of the reasons the people loved him. Everyone wants a relatable leader, and William promises just that. In the feud between father and son, one person who is always caught in the crossfire is Princess Kate. Known for her ability to maintain peace and calm, she is the one who calms the royals. Let's hear what royal broadcaster and photographer Helena Chard told Fox News about her. She shared, "She is solution-focused and is certainly the glue that holds William and Charles together when they don't see eye to eye." Royal author Robert Johnson called her a stabilizing influence on William in his 2024 book, Catherine, the Princess of Wales. People loved Catherine, especially seeing how she helped William balance personal life and royal duties. They believed this would continue once she became the queen. There are reports that, though William is not in a rush to take the throne formally, he has started making plans. One of them was revealed when he told the reporters that he wanted to put a smallerer in the royal. What? In his few words, it is evident that William was gradually taking charge behind the scenes, and he had it all planned out. Though his idea did not sit well with many royal family members, the Britons loved it. A royal insider once shared, "As soon as Charles bestowed more responsibility on him, William seized the opportunity to make decisions that he felt would benefit the crown. He's focused on trimming the fat and monitoring spending like never before. The word is, he's already on his way to being the toughest ruler the family has ever seen." To make matters worse, King Charles sees how many people are eager for William's reign and transition, which only hurts him. With this, King Charles feels threatened more and more. Also, royal insiders shared that when William made his solo address, there were clear hints that his reign would have a touch of his mother, Princess Diana's style. This further hurt Charles, who had always been compared with the late princess. While Diana was alive, she was a force to be reckoned with. But William shouldn't be blamed. His mother was his biggest motivation in life. White once told the Mirror that Diana had raised William to be a king who would survive into the 21st century. Diana was a symbol of empathy, love, and kindness. William inherited this from her and is about to replicate it when he becomes king. William has always shared how his mother taught him to be kind to others, showing him to look beyond the palace walls and see the people's sufferings. Then, he could be a better king than Charles could ever dream of. Prince William's speech didn't just cause an uproar in the royal house. It's a hint at the changes the monarchy should expect in the future. Amid the chaos and trouble, the one person who stepped forward was Catherine. She took the bold step and diverted the people's attention from the royal family crisis. Princess Kate, known for her smartness, wisdom, and loving nature, is considered a better royal than Queen Camilla, a queen in waiting. Princess Catherine, one of the most loved royals, did not come from a royal background. She was a simple girl born in Reading who grew up in Bucklebury, Berkshire. While studying at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, she met Prince William. The two of them fell in love, and they kept their relationship a secret. Unlike Camilla and Charles, the Prince and Princess of Wales hated the spotlight. They loved to keep things simple and private. Despite their attempts to be private about their relationship, the media got a whiff of it, and they soon made the headlines. William introduced her to the royal family, but Camilla disapproved. According to her, Kate did not deserve to be part of the royal family because of her family background. This infuriated William, who ignored her and went ahead to get married to Catherine. For William, Catherine reminded him so much of his mother. She had the same love, kindness, and tenderness as Diana. This was also another reason Camilla hated Catherine. But she was powerless. After their marriage, Princess Catherine became the Duchess of Cambridge, and the couple gave birth to 3 children: George, Charlotte, and Louis. After her marriage, Catherine has undertaken royal duties and commitments supporting the British monarch. Her skillfulness made her an essential figure in the royal family. The efforts she puts into little details are quite commendable. Also, she has represented the royal family on official tours and played a significant role in many charitable activities. The people loved her more because she poured her heart into helping others. Her charity work focuses on early childhood care, addiction, and art issues. Catherine also patronizes multiple charitable and military organizations, including the Anna Freud Center, Action for Children, Sports Ed, and the National Portrait Gallery. She also encouraged people to discuss their mental health problems through a mental health awareness campaign, Heads Together, which she launched with William and Harry. Catherine's relationship with the media has been closely scrutinized. To maintain her privacy, she often tried to keep her life private. However, the press never gave up. They pried and tried their best to get every juicy news about their beloved princess. The media have referred to her impact on British and American fashion as the Kate Middleton effect. In 2011, she was also listed as one of the most influential people in the world. That's not all. In 2011 and 2024, the princess was one of the runners for the magazine's Person of the Year award. And from 2023 to 2025, The Independent included Catherine on its influence list. Later, in December 2022, she was found to be the second most liked member of the royal family by YouGov. On the other hand, Ipsos ranked her first in April 2023. Later, in 2024, she was ranked as the most popular royal. Records showed that Catherine was the most searched person on Google search in the United Kingdom and the second globally. In May 2025, the princess was named to the Time 100 Health list for her cancer awareness work. With Catherine's growing popularity and poised public image, she quickly became a quiet but powerful force within the monarchy. To Queen Camilla, this wasn't just challenging, it was threatening. Camilla, who spent years trying to rehabilitate her reputation in the eyes of the British public, often found herself overshadowed. The praise, the public affection, and the glowing comparisons to Princess Diana were all directed toward Catherine. No matter how hard Camilla worked, she remained in the shadows, watching as Catherine took on a role many felt was Diana's true legacy. For Camilla, the crown came with weight, but not the warmth she longed for. Catherine, whether she intended to or not, embodied the grace, compassion, and modern touch the monarchy desperately needed. Now, with Prince William stepping into the spotlight with a bold solo address, whispers of a royal transition have grown louder. While King Charles has not yet relinquished the throne, there is a palpable sense that a generational shift is quietly underway. This isn't just about titles, it's about identity, and the royal family's attempt to remain relevant in a changing world. The new wave, led by William and Catherine, may signal the end of old royal traditions and the birth of a more relatable monarchy that seeks to connect with people, not simply rule above them. The question is no longer if the shift will come, but when. And when it does, what will it mean for the monarchy's future and for those still clinging to its past? What do you think about the royal family? Do you think the future is transitioning to Prince William and Kate? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Before you go, watch the other videos displayed on your screen